Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast.
What's up, Bill?
97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. It's Saturday, September 3rd, Q-Man.
It's college football
Bring
kickoff.
that mic down and so you don't
College football. College football.
College football. Pro football. Eagles open up 8 days from today.
Crazy.
We got to get ourselves with a 3-point stance. Got a great show lined up today, of course. At 10:30, we'll talk with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan from Las Vegas, and we're gonna pick his brain and give. I texted him last night. I said, book. I want 3 locks.
3 locks.
I want 3 locks for Saturday.
And he's gonna give it to us.
Some big games today, man.
Yeah. So this is where bettors make money early on in the year.
In the season.
The lines might not match. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, because you don't really get,
you don't know.
The college is a weird thing.
College
in the respect that. We get to see a little preseason football in the NFL. You don't get that in college.
No, and plus they're kids, they're student athletes,
right?
So they're also a different mindset.
Some of them are going to the classroom.
They're going.
You to go to the classroom.
These kids are going to classrooms now. You have to. They better be getting their education.
And so college football. I mean, it started off last week, but this is today is basically like week 1 in earnest, right? College football starts today. And Q, you played at Iowa.
Yeah,
and you were the 7th. By the way, Q, I'm very impressed with your stats. I saw a list, okay?
Yeah.
In Iowa football, history of Iowa, you're the 7th ranked linebacker ever.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I'm happy to stick your head in there a little bit, huh?
And I'm paying for it now. Yeah. So it was good. It was a fun career. But I'll tell you, the guests we have coming on, that'll be interesting.
So we got Eagles football, the Phillies last night. We're going to get into that in the beginning of the show because we're going to save the second half for all football, Eagles. And then we have a really special guest, one of your former coaches, Wisconsin Hall of Fame head coach, 3-time Big Ten championship winning coach from the University of Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez.
Yeah. So it's funny. So if Barry's not at Iowa, I'm at Michigan.
Is that right?
Yeah. That's
how close it came.
That's how close it came down to.
He meant that much.
Yeah. If Barry wasn't at Iowa, I'm at Michigan. Really, and that changed the landscape. Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's incredible how things work out. Obviously, you had a really successful career at Iowa as linebacker, and to be number 7 all time, that's a feather in your cap. But Barry Alvarez had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, it had a lot to do with it. And then when he transferred after my freshman year, went to Notre Dame, I was thinking about sitting out a year and going to Notre Dame with him.
It's not like it is today where you get the transfer portal and all that stuff. You could have moved around. You could be like a free agent
and make a heck of a lot more money.
Right? Make money in college.
These guys, NLI.
Of course, we see now that the NCAA has proposed a 12-game playoff. How do you feel about that, Q?
I think it's too much because it gets back to these student athletes. These kids are going to be having 14, 15 games, and I think it's just too much. I mean, when do they have them? When the kids go to school, go to class. Right. So I think it's too much, but it's all about what?
It's all about the almighty dollar.
All about
the
money.
Almighty dollar.
All about money.
So last night, I was, in preparation. I sit around and read my newspapers. And
yes, you do. Josh, he still reads newspapers.
I did get on the internet, obviously look stuff up. I did a little, some research looking at the NFC East. With the lineups that the Eagles are going to be facing with the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Dallas Cowboys. And we'll get into our Eagles talk in the second half of the show. But I'm looking on paper. Q, it's always funny how they say on paper. This team is great on paper. What does it take? Like, what does that mean? When athletes, when you guys see that on paper, you're the best team.
Well, all they can go by is they go by the measurables, or past history. on paper. This guy looked good. He played good 3-4 years ago. It fills a need here with the Eagles. They filled the slot guy, the X receiver. They got a rusher now.
Yeah, because if you look on paper, though, Q, the Eagles have the best team on paper in the NFC East. I'm looking at that. Look, I printed it all up right here.
Yeah,
I did my homework last night.
So on paper,
because I'm not like Josh, where I could just recite it off the top of my head.
So on paper, but guess what? One guy it relies on who's got
a quarterback.
He's got to have a year.
All right, so Dak Prescott, if you had to rank right now, and we're going to get into this more in the second half, but if you had to rank right now the quarterbacks in the NFC East, Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz, and Jalen Hurts. How would you rank that?
I would go Jalen. I mean, Dak. I would take
Dak Prescott. I would see
yeah.
As much as it kills.
He's got to stay healthy.
As much as it pains us to do that, Dak Prescott would be number one.
Well, he's got more of a history. We know what he
has the resume, right?
You know his upside and his downside,
right.
So you know what you got.
I mean, he's coming off that brutal ankle.
Yeah. Well, the injury was 2 years ago.
I know.
He's a couple of years removed from.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be fine, but Dak would be number one.
All right, Dak. Then to me it would be between Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts.
I just can't.
Guess what? I'm gonna have to give the edge to Carson Wentz, believe it or not,
because he showed it.
He didn't have a bad year last year for the Colts.
He's got an unbelievable arm still, Carson.
Right.
It's just his biggest problem is between his ears.
Yeah, right.
So
and not Jalen Hurts isn't too far behind.
No, he's not too
because
far
he has
behind.
that intangible. He can run the ball.
Yeah, I think
everything love him. Right.
He's going to be a better passer, and he's got weapons.
So we hope.
Yeah,
good. But he's got weapons.
He's got weapons.
So then, if you look, you look at the Washington
Commanders.
Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, and Terry McLaurin. I think our receivers are better than those guys.
I love Rivera. I love their staff down there, but they just can't get it right either.
And then, of course, the Cowboys, they have Jalen Tolbert, Michael Gallup, and CD Lamb.
I mean, did you really start a depth chart with a rookie who hasn't played a game in the NFL
but that's
yet?
if you look, but he's projected to play.
You've been talking to too many Cowboy fans.
Yeah, right?
Jalen Tolbert. The guy hasn't played an NFL game yet. You can't even name what school he went to. Wait a minute,
Josh, that's my point. You're making my point for me, that our receivers are better than theirs. Right?
Yes, I agree.
So let's get back to on paper.
On paper.
On paper.
So on paper,
this team, the Eagles team, should be the team to beat in the East.
Yes, I
should
agree.
be
on paper.
They should on
and
paper.
The moves they made off season.
But see this thing that beats right here?
Yeah.
All right, what's that called?
Heart.
It's called heart.
Heart.
That's going to separate the men from the
heart, and then sometimes you got
heart
your
and
brain
talent
too.
Heart and head.
Heart and you got to stay healthy.
That's the key.
What's the problem with the Cowboys right now?
Got to stay healthy.
Right.
Got to stay healthy.
All right.
The Cowboys called Jason Peters this week to work out, to play left tackle.
Yeah, do you believe that? 40 years old.
The dude's 40 years old.
I'll bet
That's how desperate the Cowboys are.
They can still play, I bet.
So that was our little NFL appetizer, because we're going to get into it in earnest on the as we progress through the show. Of course, hour 2, Barry Alvarez. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah,
and I don't want to make him feel old, but I know when I was kind of growing up, seeing Alvarez at the at the Rose Bowl, big games in the cold. And seeing Barry Alvarez. That's my childhood. My younger years.
I got funny stories about Coach.
Yeah.
I can't tell on the air. No, but a couple of them, because I was 18-year-old true freshman,
right,
playing, and he took me under my wing and
under his wing.
Yeah, under his wing, and he was on me, man.
Right.
He rode me.
They can't ride the players like they did back then.
Yeah, I mean, in college you can do that.
Kinder, gentle.
Yeah, but no, he was on me, and
I do want to talk about we're see. The Eagles are going to start dominating, because I want to get to the Phillies, because last night I watched 3 games last night. Okay. I watched my nephew. He plays for North Paulding High School down in Georgia, and they were playing Kennesaw Mountain.
Okay.
Right, and it was on YouTube.
Really,
I could watch my nephew play.
That's fun.
And then I watched Indiana and Illinois a little bit while I was reading stuff, and then of course I went to the Phillies. I got in bed last night at 10:15 because I was tired. Had the doopy do yesterday. All right.
Yep.
And I get the Apple TV working in my bedroom, and I fall asleep. I wake up, it's 4-0.
Really?
And it was like in the bottom of the first. 4-0 to a Giants team that was one of the worst scoring offenses in all of baseball in the month of August. And they laid 13 on us last night.
Oh, it's not August anymore.
What's that?
It's not August anymore.
Well, it's not August anymore.
Come on, Brad. You know how it is. It's psychological. Guys come up with the craziest things that convince themselves of things, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How many times have you maybe talked to a guy and he's like, well, that month is over with,
Yeah.
Like they'll come up with anything to convince themselves.
You have to.
I want to ask you this, and
Yes.
I want you to think about this.
Okay,
I'm going to ask you the question, and when we come back, you're going to answer it. When you see a team, if you go, they procrastinate.
Okay.
What's the word I'm looking
What
for?
do you just-
Prognosticators.
Okay.
Or people that are analyzing stuff. They go, well, they and I'm just going to use Iowa. Oh, Iowa hasn't beaten Notre Dame in 13 years. The players that are on that team don't care about that. That doesn't affect them.
No, it affects
the history of the game.
Listen, it affects college guys more than pro guys with stats. Okay,
So you think about that. We'll get into that. We got a big show lined up today. Hey, by the way, I want to remind people next Sunday, September the 11th, we're going to be down at Yesterday's for the Eagles pregame show, our pregame show. Chuck Thompson and the company down there at Yesterday's Creekside Tavern. Everybody's got to come down, man. We're going to have a blast.
Should be
We're
fun.
going to be giving away stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the Eagles season and having a lot of fun at Yesterday's Creekside Tavern in Marmora, New Jersey.
I think the fans are craving for the season to start. A good season.
Yeah, it's ready. All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming, and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road, or if you're away for the winter, if you're in Florida, now's the time to call My Winter Watchdog. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869, or send Debbie an email, debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. And you want to get in touch with Debbie now. Now's the time to get in touch with Debbie because they provide a great service when you're away. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schweim, Brad Quast, and Josh Henning right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
College football on ESPN Radio.
You and we are built for this. Georgia has won the national championship.
Defending national champion Georgia jumps right into the fire in a Week 1 showdown against Bo Nix and their Oregon Ducks. Coverage begins today at 3:30 Eastern.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's football station.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Good news, New Jersey. More residents are getting quality, affordable health coverage through Get Covered New Jersey. Established by Governor Murphy, Get Covered New Jersey offers increased plan choices and more savings than ever. If you recently had a life event such as marriage, pregnancy, or insurance loss, you may qualify to enroll now. 9 in 10 enrolling get financial help for plans that include preventive care, prescriptions, and more. And if you meet certain income levels, you may qualify for low to no-cost coverage. Find your plan at getcovered.nj.gov.
The Labor Day event from Dell Technologies is here. End the summer strong by starting up a new season of productivity. Your business upgrade begins with up to 48% off top-rated laptops, like Vostro, taking performance to the next level with 12th Gen Intel Core processors. It's time to push your growing business even further. What's next for you? Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Holt's Boatworks, conveniently located off the Tuckahoe River in Marmora, specializes in keeping your boat looking and running like new. Holt's Boatworks offers expert fiberglass and paint repair, as well as certified mechanical maintenance and repair. And it's never too early to start thinking about storage. Reserve your covered winter storage now at Holt's Boatworks with complete shrink wrap and winterization. Your boat will be safe from salt and sea. Holt's Boatworks on Tuckahoe Road in Marmora, the best kept secret in the marine industry. Visit HoltzBoatworks.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, 97.3 ESPN. So I'm going to get into the Phillies here a little bit because it's been a weird West Coast trip. I mean, they go out there, and I think the scores have been so lopsided. Like, what the heck's going on? Is it they get so far away from home cue that they can't concentrate?
Yeah, I think that's right. They're on the road.
Dog days. I would say this is dog days. Would you agree, Josh?
They're exhausted. It's a long year.
Josh, would you agree this is dog day?
Absolutely. I don't know if it's dog day, but it's just a long year. And I think there's two things that happen on this road trip. Number one, you've been playing without Castellanos for a few days. He was batting 300 with 5 home runs and 12 RBI in the month of August. And as soon as he gets out of the line with that turf toe, their offense becomes schizophrenic.
But not only that, it's not their offense as much as it is their pitching and their bullpen.
I said it was two things.
Is terrible,
right? They score 8. Look at the last 3 games, the lopsided scoring.
Well, here's my complaint. Okay. And I'm sure there are people out there who are going to be listening to this who are going to shake their fists at the radio when they hear me say this.
Like they always do, Chuck.
I blame Monday and last night on Rob Thompson because I think those 2 losses are perfect examples of a guy who knows a lot of baseball. He's been around the game for 30 years, but as a manager, he still is learning the feel of the game. Because when I can sit at home, and I'm not a baseball manager, I never played in the major leagues.
Right.
Highest level I ever played was junior college. So what the heck do I know, right? But guess what? If I can sit at home and say, he doesn't have it, You got to get him out of the game. If I can see it,
right?
Why can't they see it?
But I'm just from a casual sports fan's perspective. If you look up, just you're watching the Phillies, you can't stay up late. Here's the last 13-7 against the Diamondbacks, 12-3 against the Diamondbacks, 8, and they win 18-2, and then they lose 13-1. I've never seen like that type of roller coaster. Like, what's going on?
Well, it's mental. Okay,
Is it mental?
It's mental. It's mental.
But Josh makes a good point that the manager can't see that this guy doesn't have it. They get him out right away.
Well, it's contagious too. It's mental. It's you get 2 or 3 guys that kind of get
it's
in
like
a
dominoes.
thing. It's dominoes, and then it's just you feed off each other, good or positive, really.
Right.
So it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing.
I don't understand. Like the Phillies, they're right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to keep this momentum up against the Giants team that has really been playing poorly lately. The month of August, they were horrible. Q, what do coaches say? When you got somebody down, step on their neck and
you have to.
You got to finish them off.
You got to finish them off. So it's a combination of young, young players plus maybe management. The communication's not there. But you're absolutely right, Billy. You got to get them. They're down. You got to kick them when they're down. You just got to roll. You got to roll.
Here's what I'm worried about. September's been a bad month for Aaron Nola and for the Phillies in general. I mean, his ERA's over 400. His ERA's over 4, and the high.
Well,
fours.
they're getting tired. The pitchers are getting tired.
All right, in 2021, the Phillies were 68-64, 3 games back in the Padres for the second wild card. They closed out the season going 14-16. Well, you're right there. You're right on the doorstep. You got to take advantage of this stuff.
Yeah, this is something. They mentally got to focus and go back and regroup and I don't know, change training or something. But they can't do what they did last year.
How about 2020? The playoffs were expanded to 8 teams that year, and remember it was the pandemic shortened season, so that had a lot to do with it. But the Phillies entered September with a one game lead for the final playoff berth, and they closed out the season going 13-17.
Can't do that. You cannot do that.
What is going on?
And
how about let's go back to 2019. The Phillies were 69-65, trailed the Cubs by 3.5. They whimpered out that they fell apart that year too. It's unbelievable.
So down the stretch, they can't close.
Aaron Nola, I'm worried about him more than anything. I mean,
they can't close. I guess
he got destroyed his last start.
Yeah,
Josh, did they leave him in too long? Would you say?
Left him in too long. But here's the thing with what you just said. If I could just play devil's advocate, the descriptions you just made of those previous
general,
they're first of all, they're different managers, different players, different circumstances. So it's not an apples to apples situation. This isn't like back in the 80s.
Yeah, but that's why I asked you as a former.
Year in and year out.
Josh, let me interrupt you. That's why I asked you as a former player. Does that matter? Like from who the manager is from year to year? Do the players today are even affected by what they did 3 years ago? Do they even know? I bet you if you were to ask Kyle Schwarber what the Phillies did, he has no clue.
No, each baseball is different than football or basketball or the leadership is different. It's a different
aren't they just focused on what they're doing right now?
Right now they're focused on.
We
right
care
now.
about that. Josh and I,
yeah.
we all.
But
the
they
listeners,
should focus in on.
But
today.
the players don't care about that,
No.
Josh.
I agree.
I think you just disproved your entire point there.
Why do you say that?
You just spent all that time repeating all those past records, and we just made it null and void.
No, I'm just saying it from a fan's perspective because that's what I am. I'm a fan.
Yeah,
it's worrisome, but I'm saying the players. Because that's why I asked Q. Because Q's a former player, he knows he's been in the locker room.
Okay, but those are different. But this is where we have to be on the same page when it comes to these conversations.
Yes,
you can't on one hand say, "Here's this thing, does it matter?" Brad said it doesn't matter to the player, or then you turn around and say, "Well, it matters to the fan." Well, which is more important?
Well,
it's more obvious.
It depends who has the perspective. I mean, what you see something and you see a different thing than I do.
Oh, right. Players do. They do. I don't care what you guys say.
Well,
they listen. They look at the papers. They hear the squawk.
They listen, but the reason why they are where they are.
It really is so hard to tune out.
It is. But guess what, Brad? You know this. What makes a difference between the average Joe and the guy at the professional level is that they know how to control what goes on between the ears.
Yes.
They can absorb that information. Like Michael Jordan spent almost his entire Hall of Fame speech reciting every person who ever said anything bad about him.
Yep.
That's the kind of
motivation.
That's the kind of borderline sociopath you have to be at this level. So I don't think Kyle Schwarber cares one bit what happened in the past. I think he would just tell the Philly fan, either you're with us or you're against us. If you're against us, bleep off. If you're with us, come for the ride.
Agreed. But they got to turn it around quick.
They have to.
They have to.
I mean, you can't go to the West Coast and lose 2 out of 3 games to the Diamondbacks.
Maybe they went out partying the night before or whatever. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean,
it's just bad.
I can't imagine that's what they'd be doing. I mean, but then again, it's late in the season.
It's baseball.
You got a month to go, right?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, can the Phillies,
unacceptable?
I don't know. I mean, I turned that when I can't believe I fell asleep. I literally fell asleep for the first top of the first. I woke up like, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes later. And it's 4-0.
Yeah, not good.
No. So the Phillies right now are in the third wild card spot. So, all right, we'll see what the sportsbook consigliere Sharapan has to say.
Yeah, I'm curious about college handicapping.
All right. First hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Hey, friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll go to Las Vegas for the Sportsbook Consigliere. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast on 97.3 ESPN.
Better than that first cup of coffee in the morning. It's Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekdays starting at 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Summers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Summers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both The Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Explore Banana Republic Factory now and enjoy 50% off everything from heritage classics to new arrivals for the season. Discover essential styles from $24.99. Find your nearest store or shop online only at Banana Republic Factory.
Long weekends are all about getting a little you time. And at the Home Depot, you time means you building, you drilling, you doing, you recharging, you saving, and you going back for more. Do Labor Day your way and get a free 18-volt battery with select Milwaukee Power Toolkit purchases at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Look, folks, I got to be honest with you. Everything's up. Food prices, gas prices, pencil prices. I love pencils.
Everything is not up. You're forgetting about Springfield Mitsubishi in Atlantic City.
You mean they're not jacking up prices, Jack, like everywhere else?
Correct. And every vehicle is still $1 down.
$1? You gotta be kidding me. That reminds me when I was a kid, my dad said, Joey, here's a dime. Go buy a house. But what about credit for millions of Americans?
Go to Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. If you bring home $350 a week, you can get up to $25,000 in credit.
$25,000 with only $1 down.
Get new Outlanders with third row seating in stock now.
Look, here's a deal. Just get down to Springfield, man.
Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
My first annual salary was a dime. That's the real deal.
New 22 Mirage 18.4 dive down, $269 a month for 72 months at 3% APR plus tax title to qualify buyers.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, Q, we're back here. We have a big show. We got Barry Alvarez in the second hour, and we have the sports Consigliere in the first hour, lead us off as we do every Saturday. Can't get any bigger than that. And let's see what when we bring him up, we'll see what he's wearing. But let's give him the proper introduction.
Oh, here we go.
We're gonna bring him in. Let's go to the Maserati the Mainline Sports Hotline and welcome in the Sportsbook Consigliere live from Las Vegas, Dave Sharapan. Let's see what he has on. We're streaming on YouTube. Oh, and he's got the Astros.
I was playing. I didn't know that the trumpets were coming through. I didn't know that was actually going to be a possibility, or I would have been in the hat and the Tommy trumpet, the Timmy trumpet, the whole thing. I apologize.
surprised you, Dave.
Wow,
I surprised you.
Great to see you. You guys are always surprising me. Well, I talked to Josh this week earlier. Great to see you too, Q. Billy, as always, man, you look tan as ever.
He's been at the beach.
You know what's funny? A couple of weeks ago, you called me. Who's that?
George Hamilton.
George Hamilton.
Better. Yeah. You got better hair and you got a better tan than George Hamilton. Better than George Hamilton. Come on.
So let me ask you, Book, before we get started. What's the reason why you're wearing the Houston Astros uni? I like that. It looks good on you.
It's not bad, right?
No, it's not bad at all.
A couple different things. Okay, so today is the first full day of college football. It's the day that everybody forgets about baseball and all the betting opportunities that are available in baseball. So I looked at the board. I said, man, I love this time of year in baseball because there's just prices that you don't see the normal time of the year. And I looked at the board, and today Ohtani's pitching for the Angels against the Astros. And the Astros are the best team in baseball, at least in the American League. They're underdogs today, Billy.
Wow.
So a little bonus, Astros, but also the double entendre, Houston and the University of Texas San Antonio, known as UTSA, has been a gigantic line mover in college football. So I don't know if you have the newspaper, if you could find that game in your newspaper.
Trust me, he has a newspaper in front of him. Me and Josh have our computers. He's got the newspaper.
Q?
Yeah, here you go.
I mean, he keeps it tight. He's with them everywhere he goes. When he goes to the beach, he's reading the paper. When he's sitting there drinking coffee, he's reading the paper.
Q and book. You know, when I worked at U.S. Airways from 1985 to 2008, I would go get the Daily News and I fold it up and put it in my back pocket.
Really?
Okay.
Right there.
Every day.
Because it's a small papers, right? You just open it up.
Yep.
It's like a book.
Yep.
Right? And I can read it between flights. Here's my schedule. I do a flight and then I have 2 hours to sit around and do nothing.
Wait a second,
And that's
Billy.
why
Were
we're
you
paying
an air
crazy price
traffic
airline.
controller?
Yeah.
Is this
Thank God for unions, right?
Right. Billy, were you an air traffic controller? Did you bring the planes in?
Thank God.
No,
Thank
I would
God.
park. I would bring them into I worked on the ramp. I threw luggage. I was a tourist.
Oh, okay. Oh,
But
I
then
thought you actually brought the planes from the air to the ground.
Oh, when they came around the tarmac, we bring them on the tarmac. We bring them right in. We park them. Oh yeah, unload them, load them up, and get them out.
Okay.
All right, Q.
All right.
Big day in college.
Oh.
Big day in college football book. And Josh Henning and Q are laughing at me because here's how I do things. I bet the games that I'm going to watch. Or
This
at
is
least
the
that
worst strategy
that I
in the
want
world.
to watch. And I text you the other day. I want you to give me 3 locks, but I want to start off what you think about the games that I'm going to watch.
All right. Why
Can
are
I
you
do
yelling
that?
at me, Billy? All right. It's early in the morning. Stop yelling at me, Billy.
Go ahead.
Please.
All right. Michigan against Colorado State.
Wow.
The Wolverines are minus 31.
Let me guess, Billy. You want
The
to
reason
lay
why I
the
watch
face?
this game because Colorado, my cousin went there, Colorado State. John,
His
I
cousin
like the
did.
maize and blue. It's a game that I want to watch.
Did I tell you, my buddy's the head coach, Jay Norvell there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are you going to watch it, Q, to see your buddy?
No. I'm gonna.
All right,
There's only
fair.
one game
All
I
right.
want to know. Ohio State. What's the Ohio State Notre Dame? That's
Wait,
what
wait,
I
hold
know.
on. One
Well,
thing
of
at a
course.
time.
We'll
One thing
get
at a
to
time.
that in a second.
Okay,
We're
all
talking
right.
about Billy's games.
Billy's
It's the
game.
locker room with Billy Schwein. We got to talk about Billy's game.
Billy's game, but in the big house.
Nobody
big
else
house.
is betting this
And
game,
by the way,
Billy.
Josh just gave me some valuable information. This is a quarterback audition, right? John Harbaugh's going to.
Yeah, Dave. Billy had no idea about any of this. I had to inform him about this during the break. So, for those who don't know, Michigan is starting Cade McNamara this week.
Right.
J.J. McCarthy next week because, according to Jim Harbaugh, he's taking a biblical approach to the quarterback competition.
Oh.
It's equivalent to being on Josh's show on Tuesday and then coming with me on Saturday.
I think it's a little different.
That's definitely not. There's no biblical approach to anything.
There's
with
no
that
biblical
right now.
approach to
No.
that.
Like Josh texts me, I show up, we do the show. Saturday, I never know what I'm coming into. Billy's coming at me with Michigan and Colorado State. He's the only person betting.
He's the only
this
one
game.
going to be watching it.
I know there's going to be a couple people betting on that, so go ahead.
There's maybe
There
a
are?
couple people betting, but
Yeah,
there
my
ain't going to be
cousin.
people watching, Billy. I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. I know you want to lay the favorite because that's what you're probably going to do.
It's a big spread.
It's a big spread, Billy. I mean, if you're asking me for advisement or to bless your bet,
Bless me.
I think I'd rather have the dog myself.
I agree.
All right.
I agree with
You
that.
know, I think they're going to hang around, Billy. That's a lot of points.
Yep.
Oregon versus Georgia, the national champions.
Well, now we got a game at least.
Now we
This
got
is-
a
That's a
game.
game.
At least other people will be watching this with you. While
And you can hear the game here on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 3 o'clock.
There you go.
This is why you need Josh. Do you guys
need
understand?
Josh.
You need Josh for that right
Otherwise,
there.
we'd be talking through the breaks.
Oh, there's no
Me and Billy.
question. No breaks
Billy.
would be hit. There would be a mess. The
Oh,
studio
it'd be
would be a
terrible here,
mess.
Dave.
This is a really interesting game because Georgia, being the defending champion, their preseason expectations are the top. I mean, they're expected to return to the championship. Oregon's the unknown. We don't know. So you put up a number. I mean, this is crazy. What is it? 17, 16 and a half?
on mine.
It's right. So it's floating around there. I think the bad guys are on Oregon. First game of the year is when you can catch a team to not cover.
Right.
I
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
think
Agree.
Oregon can win, but I think they can stay within that number.
Yeah, they have a good enough athletes to keep it close.
Don't forget Dan Lanning, the former D coordinator of Georgia, now the head coach of Oregon, and he has all of Cristobal's recruits, All those 5-star recruits that Cristobal recruited to Oregon before he left for Miami, Dan Lanning is out coaching them against his former team.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the points.
All right. And then, of course, the big one of the night, Notre Dame, Ohio State. That is a very that's going to be everybody's going to all eyes on that
watch
game.
that one.
Which you can also hear on 97.3 ESPN tonight.
Oh, excellent work.
What's the number on that one?
So
16
right
and a
now, Ohio State is 16 in a lot of places, 16 and a half in a couple. Now, this thing opened at 14, went all the way up to 17, and now it's working its way back.
Yep.
So the initial money was like all on Ohio State. Push, push, push. It got to a number at 17. Now where realistic expectations are coming back. I love what Notre Dame did with Freeman as a coach, offseason excitement, stuff like that. Do they have enough athletes to hang with Ohio State? The rankings would tell you yes, okay? The numbers, this point spread, would tell you no. It's 59 for a total. So expect some points scored. The question for me is if you like Notre Dame, you have to think they're going to score at least 20 or 21 points. If you don't think they're going to score that many points, 17 or less, because Ohio State is getting 34 points. They're getting 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals at minimum, okay? Unless they turn the ball over 3 times. So that's the handicap there, Billy. If you think Notre Dame can get more than 17 points against Ohio State, take the points.
I don't think they
I
Otherwise,
don't
think they do.
Buckeyes.
I'm going to be pulling for Notre Dame, though. I want Notre Dame. I want Notre Dame
Columbus,
to win the game.
Columbus is a tough place to
I'm
play,
tired of the Buckeyes.
By the way, my pick for the game, over.
Take the over.
Over.
Okay.
All right. All right, Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan with us as he is each and every Saturday. Follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. He's on MLB Network, Bostonian versus the book, cash considerations, game night with Josh Henning every once in a while.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
And, of course, the locker room with Billy Schweim every Saturday's book. What are the Phillies doing? I mean, they go out to the West Coast and they're like, what is going on?
Billy,
now they have the third wild card.
Billy's
spot.
very emotional.
I'm
about
very
this
upset.
thing.
He's going to start crying here.
You got to remember, Book. I've gone to bed on the Phillies, and I woken up to like a disaster: 13-2, 29-6. Like I mean, 13-1.
Billy's so twisted, Dave, that he's mixing and matching baseball and football scores.
Well, I mean, the way that the teams are scoring against the Phillies, this is an easy thing to make a mistake of. Josh, the score's 13-7.
I have my head spinning. How about that?
It's really bad. So a couple things, Billy. I'm just I want to acknowledge to the listeners, you actually did call me and we spoke, that's record breaking enough. You want to talk about an underdog picking cash?
Right?
What
time of day was it? What time of day was it?
And it was early. It was early.
Okay, good.
Before he got into something.
Okay,
good.
Everything
else.
Good.
But he said he was going to come out west to Arizona with the Phillies. He said there was a possibility, but then he got busy. He's working. He can't do it.
Right.
So I said, well, Billy, the Phillies need you to come out. And he didn't come out. And now look what happened. They were up 7-0 the other day. Okay, 7-0 against the Diamondbacks. I had them along with everyone else in the first 5 innings. It was 7-0 in the going to the bottom of the 4th. I had dozed off. I woke up because I'm old and I got to take naps. I woke up and it was 12-7 in the top of the 6th. They gave up 6 in the bottom of the 4th, 6 in the bottom of the 5th. Didn't even win the first 5 when we were leading 7-0, needing 6 outs. Yep. One of the most ridiculous losses I've seen in baseball in the last 30 years. So does that carry over? Well, let's hope not, right? No, it does. The Phillies were supposed to come out to Arizona and San Francisco, pick up at least 4 out of the 6 wins.
Yeah.
They only got 1, Billy. They're falling out of the playoff spot, Billy. I don't like what's happening with the Phillies, Billy.
Come on, Book. It's just, here's, it's called the September swoon for a reason.
No.
The Phillies have not been able to play good baseball down the stretch in the last couple of years. I mean, in 2021, they went 14-16 down the stretch. In 2020, they went 13-17. I mean, we ask Q this because Q's a former player. what's in the players' heads? What are they? Does that affect them? What they did 2 and 3 years ago?
No,
I don't think.
no.
So why does this keep repeating? What is wrong with the Phillies?
But because they're young and they need better leadership at manager. And
well, I don't. What do you mean better manager?
Well,
Like
just the
Bobby
manager
Thompson?
not better manager. The communication,
Like the culture.
The culture. You
has
got to
to
set a
change.
culture. It's got to change. And it starts with the coaching and leadership on the team.
You know what else it starts with, Q? Good pitching. They're not
Yeah,
getting
that's
good
the bottom
starting
line.
pitching.
Good pitching helps.
All
That's
right,
the
they're not
bottom
getting
line.
good pitching. And Wheeler being on the IL is a crusher right now because usually you can hand the ace the ball and say, get us out of this. Get us through 5-6 innings scoreless. Let us get a couple runs or some momentum and win. They're not getting it. So I don't know, Billy. I really had them penciled in for that minimum last wild card spot. I'm worried they're gonna have this September swoon. You just said it out loud. It's like jinxing a no-hitter.
Yeah, you are jinxing it.
But I mean,
I'm
Billy,
just
you got to
worried.
get positive. Go. I
Well,
mean,
it's
you're
tough to get
negative.
But Q, it's Book. It's tough to get positive when you're losing.
Billy doesn't even know
13
who he's talking to anymore.
When you're losing, because
He's so uptight here.
I'm freaking out.
Yes, you are. I can attest to that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think the players are freaking out? They know what's going on, Billy. They were on the road, and they've been favored every day on this.
You got a
road trip.
Giants team that there's one of the worst scoring offenses in baseball.
I
in
mean,
the month of
Billy's
August.
hanging on to this, Dave. He has mentioned that stat like 3 times.
I know,
and
but-
it's only 10:46. Like he's hanging on to that stat like it's the greatest stat in the world.
They had to get healthy.
Billy, it's 1 month.
Well, hey, guess what? it is 1 month. It's September. This
What
is
are
the last month.
What are the odds that Billy's going to tell Barry Alvarez that stat? I don't think. I mean, is he going to? Can we make a number on that?
He
Hey,
better be
Barry,
on
I
his
know
best
we're
behavior.
talking about football, but hey, you know the Phillies are this, that. What?
Yeah.
Billy, let it go. Just let it go. We gotta let it go.
Hey, Book. You know Barry Alvarez, Coach Q. You know what I'm going to ask Coach?
Yeah. See, that's the reason I went to Iowa.
How coachable was
Otherwise, I'm playing in maize and blue. I'm up playing for Bo.
How coachable was Brad Quast?
Yeah, ask him that. Yeah.
I'm going to guess that he goes, Brad, who?
Huh?
I'm just saying. You think he remembers you, Q?
He was.
Does he remember me?
Listen, Book. You know Iowa put out a thing of the top 20 linebackers
top
of all time.
time.
Q was number 7.
Not bad.
My man.
Not bad.
That
know
a
that,
boy.
Book?
Not
You
bad.
know damn well Alvarez
I
remembers.
was sorry as a freshman. Yeah,
Oh, believe me, he knows who he is.
He knows who I. Come
See,
on.
here's the bigger question. It's 10:47. We've had Sharapan on for 17 minutes.
Yes.
Billy mentioned 3 times before Dave came on that Dave's going to come on here with locks. We haven't even given Dave his chance to give his locks, and we're almost out of time for the segment.
Give me the locks.
Three locks.
Our listeners want the locks.
3 locks.
First of all, you
For
got to go
today.
to the locksmith to get the locks. All right, there's no locks
Okay.
in the book. Nobody
Locks.
says lock. That's usually the kiss of death.
That's
There's
Billy's
1
words,
in 3
not mine.
games.
Billy's words, not mine.
You're a sports book consigliere.
Listen, Billy, you sent the text with the word locks. I didn't even respond. I dropped my phone. I said, please, I can't even respond to that.
That is.
Okay.
Well, we'll let you off the hook.
Utah's playing Florida.
Okay.
That's going to be a great game. All right. There's a lot of steam behind Utah, and I'm not buying it. I think Florida's probably going to win that game. I hope Utah wins for the Pac-12 to get that momentum going, but I think Florida's very live. BYU is going to crush South Florida today. They're laying a big number on the road, but that's okay. They're going to do that. And then the late night game. Billy will be long asleep.
Yes,
No
he will.
one will be paying any attention to this game in Philadelphia. Also, sneaky one, UCLA is going to beat Bowling Green, but nobody cares about that game. That's not even on Billy's newspaper list. Western Kentucky is laying 16 points in Hawaii. All right?
Oh.
16 points in Hawaii, but Hawaii resembles the team from Necessary Roughness, the movie.
Yes.
Everything but Kathy Ireland is the kicker. It's all new kids. They got crushed by Vanderbilt last week, 63-10. on the
Quarterback
island.
is so
Did I
bad.
tell you that story about my Hawaii? Yeah.
All right,
Western
listen,
Kentucky.
we are up
Western
against it. You got your locks in. We love it. There's the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, every Saturday. And we got the trumpet playing there. We got to
on the way
send them
out.
off with the
On the
trumpet.
way out.
Now you want me to play the trumpet.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Look at him, man. Look at him. Look at him. All right, Dave. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you next time.
See you next week. See you, buddy.
The Sportsbook Consigliere live with the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. The first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city to every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. The first hour, you're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The 18th season of Touchdown Radio kicks off Monday night at 8 Eastern with the 4th-ranked Clemson Tigers against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Clemson is coming off another top 15 season. The Yellow Jackets need a positive start after dropping their final 6 games last season. Join me, Gino Toretta, and Taylor Zarzer for Clemson, Georgia Tech, Monday night, 8 Eastern. Right here on the Touchdown Radio Network.
The nation's top college football action on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey, I'm Pete Thompson.
And I'm Billy Schwein.
Now listen, Billy, I know you're an Ocean City guy, but that's a dry town, right? Where are you going to go if you want to wet your whistle?
Pete, I've been going to Maynard's Cafe in Margate since Ronald Reagan first got into the White House.
You know what, Billy? I've been a fan of Maynard's a long time, too. Open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even late night.
And Pete, did you know they now have Sunday brunch? Maynard's Cafe, 9306 Amherst Avenue in Margate. Stop in for good times, great friends. They now have live music at the world-famous Starlight Garden.
Find them on the web at maynards-cafe.com or give them a call at 609-822-8423.
That's Maynard's Cafe in Margate, 9306 Amherst Avenue. We'll see you there.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein. I'm here to tell you about the Insurance Doctor. If you have an insurance claim, don't call the insurance company first. Call the insurance doctor. You wouldn't go to court without your lawyer or an IRS audit without your accountant. Then don't call a claim without the doctor. Tell them, Baldy.
Brian Baldinger here. When you want to maximize your insurance settlement, call the Insurance Doctor at 856-874-8377 or check out their website, insurancedoctorllc.com. They work for me. They'll work for you. Tell them Baldy sent you.
What's better than the long weekend? Kohl's budget-boosting deals on denim. I got myself jeans for $19.99, 40% off Levi's for my son. Even my husband found a pair for 30% off. Plus, because I spent over $25, I got $10 off and earned Kohl's Cash. Bonus, pay no taxes in New Jersey stores. More style, more savings. Kohl's.
Select styles offers on September 5th. Levi's coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Look, folks, I got to be honest with you. Everything's up. Food prices, gas prices, pencil prices. I love pencils.
Everything is not up. You're forgetting about Springfield. Springfield Mitsubishi in Atlantic City.
You mean they're not jacking up prices, Jack, like everywhere else?
Correct. And every vehicle is still $1 down.
$1? You gotta be kidding me. That reminds me when I was a kid, my dad said, Joey, here's a dime. Go buy a house. But what about credit for millions of Americans?
Go to Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. If you bring home $350 a week, you can get up to $25,000 in credit.
$25,000 with only $1 down.
Get new Outlanders with third row seating in stock now.
Look, here's a deal. Just get down to Springfield, man.
Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models. Springfield MitsubishiAC.com.
Springfield MitsubishiAC.com.
My first annual salary was a dime. That's the real deal.
New 22 Mirage 18.4 dime down, $269 a month for 72 months at 3% APR plus tax title to qualified buyers.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back. Q. Russell Wilson just signed a huge contract, 5-year, $245 million. of which $165 million.
It's generational money.
Is that unfreaking
It's
believable?
crazy. Generational money.
I mean,
it's
it's
absurd.
$165 million guaranteed. What if he gets hurt?
It's guaranteed.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
The
crazy.
team has his contract insured on that end, but I mean, it's guaranteed money.
He's under contract till 2028. It's only 2022.
It's absurd. Thank goodness.
It's absurd.
The money
Dude,
is
does it
good.
get
It's
you
good.
mad that you played in the wrong
I was born 32 years young. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Right.
With the NLI in college. You know how much money I'd be making in college?
We're going to ask Coach Alvarez what he thinks about that. What do you think he's going to say?
I'll bet you he doesn't like it.
Right?
Because it's a nightmare for
We
coaches.
know Lane Kiffin doesn't like it.
Yeah,
We know
coaches
several
because the
don't
rich
like
will
it.
get richer.
Well, no.
tough.
It's not that Lane doesn't like it. It's that Lane doesn't like the fact that they're trying to play, a patty cake and hot potato with it.
Yeah.
In
Well, here's
in
the
Lane's
thing.
mind, he says, just legalize it all. Who cares?
Yeah,
it's been going on for years.
There's so many moving parts to it that it's going to be interesting.
Wow, first hour in the books.
quick.
How fast does that go?
Went
by?
quick.
I mean, it would have gone a little slower if you didn't play about the Phillies playing the Giants, who have had the worst batting average in the month of August.
That the Phillies, not only the worst batting. Look, it just when I see scores like that, it starts to freak me out. I mean, like
we can tell. We're watching.
How about losing a 3-2 game and you maybe on a walk off or something? But the way they're losing,
it's
and
not
they're
good.
in a race.
I would
You're
love
in a
to
pennant.
be. I
You're
would
in a
love to be
race for the wild card.
the fly on a wall watching you watch those games at home.
When I woke up, even the book said it was 7. The Phillies were up 7-0, and then they lose 12-7 or whatever it was.
Crazy.
All right, hour one is in the books ahead of us. We're going to talk to Hall of Fame football coach from Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez. That and a whole lot more. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Reds. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or Red'sJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
Holtz Boatworks, conveniently located off the Tuckahoe River in Marmora, specializes in keeping your boat looking and running like new. Holtz Boatworks offers expert fiberglass and paint repair, as well as certified mechanical maintenance and repair. And it's never too early to start thinking about storage. Reserve your covered winter storage now at Holtz Boatworks with complete shrink wrap and winterization. Your boat will be safe from salt and sea. Holtz Boatworks on Tuckahoe Road in Marmora, the best kept secret in the marine industry. Visit HoltzBoatworks.com.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
New Jersey car owners, with interest rates rising, the current value of your trade is about to plummet. So drive directly to Matt Blatt Nissan because AJ the Trade Man needs your trade.
Oh yeah, it's on at Matt Blatt Nissan.
So cash in your vehicle now before it's too late and drive home in a new Nissan today with 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days and 1.9% financing for 36 months on every new Nissan in stock or en route. Just because you don't see your new Nissan on the lot doesn't mean you can't drive it home tomorrow. New 2022 Nissan Armada. Get $5,000 off MSRP, $61,885, and drive away with peace of mind with Matt Blatt Nissan's 4-day love it or leave it return policy. MattBlattNissan.com. Negative equity will be refinanced into new vehicle. Interest accrues from date of sale. Not all will qualify. MSRP $61,875. VIN N9677-417. Offers can't be combined. Call 877-289-6670 or go to MattBlattNissan.com for complete details. Offer ends 9/4/22. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township.
If you work remote, Staples has you covered.
Stylish office decor to turn my finished basement into a complete workspace solution.
Staples has you covered.
A desk that's all business.
but not too businessy.
Staples has you covered. And now at Staples, take up to 50% off select chairs and up to 75% off select desks. Plus, with 25% off Staples furniture support, we'll assemble your new furniture and guarantee it against wear and defects. Explore solutions for your remote workspace at Staples. Ends 9/3 in-store only.
Jersey Fresh tomatoes are the best. Secretary of Ag Doug Fisher here to announce that Jersey Fresh tomatoes are ripe and ready for sandwiches, burgers, salads, and sauces. Ask for local Jersey Fresh tomatoes.
Sports is what we do.
You're in your car, you're in your house, you're wherever you are. You're a sports fan.
97.3 ESPN.
Because if you weren't a sports fan, you wouldn't be listening.
WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A town square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. Of course, we're talking college football, Q, with a lot of changes going on. And this is the first big weekend where in earnest college football kicks off. And, I was talking to you during the week, and you were talking about your coach.
Yep.
Who actually brought you to Iowa.
Yeah, he's the sole reason I went to Iowa. Otherwise, I'm playing for Bo.
And I said, Q, well, let's get him.
Yeah.
Can we get him on? Because I remember Coach Alvarez watching him on TV at the Rose Bowl or watching up freezing cold games in Wisconsin and seeing him. But the mark of a great coach is getting to a program and turning it around.
He turned it completely around.
Because Wisconsin had before he got there, had a winning season since 1984.
Yep.
43 years coaching, Hall of Fame coach, 3-time Big Ten championship. Let's go to the Maserati Mainline Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room former coach of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning, Coach.
Hey, good morning, guys. How we doing?
All right, Coach. I talked, like you said, I talked to Q during the week, and there's so much changing going on in college football from when you coached.
Right.
So what?
Well,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
There are a lot of big changes. Q, one of the things that Q has talked about with me several times is like the NIL.
Oh boy,
and how that's changed.
I wish I would had that when I was playing. I'd be making some money.
You got guys players making more money than the coaches.
I don't know about that, but it's about time though, Coach. Right? The guys should be making money.
Well, I agree, Brad. I think anything you could do for the players, I was for it. I just think. We have to monitor it better. We have to have guardrails so you get it out of the recruiting. You can't use it as an inducement to bring players in. Once a player gets there and he uses his name, image, or likeness to promote himself, or whether it be a commercial or billboards, whatever it may be, whatever they can do to monetize it is fine with me.
Coach, noticed that you took your team to 11 bowl games, winning 8 of them. Of course, 3 Rose Bowls. That has to be one of your highlights of your career, going out to Pasadena. I mean, that's such a beautiful area, and playing on New Year's Day. I mean, that had to be a big thrill for you.
Yeah, there's nothing like going to the Rose Bowl, and back in those days in the Big Ten, that's what everyone's goal was. You didn't have a CFP and a playoff for a championship. So everyone in the Big Ten was shooting to win the league and go to the Rose Bowl. And we were fortunate here. We went out and won 3 of them. We went to 2 of them when I was an assistant at Iowa. Didn't have any success winning them, but still made it there. But it's a little different now. But it was special. And the thing that I'm really proud of is we turned the program around and then we sustained it.
Yep.
Yeah, you kept it on top. What, Coach? Let me ask you this: when you go to a new school, new program, what's the hardest thing for you to do to change things around? What's your key to success? I guess.
Well, you have to change the culture. You inherit a group of players that obviously they didn't know how to win. That most of them probably shouldn't have been in the Big Ten. The majority of them shouldn't have been recruited in the Big Ten, and most of them knew they couldn't play the high level at this league. So, what I had to do is I had to be able to hire a good staff that could recruit and go out and get players that can be competitive, and we were able to do that. I put a great staff together. We had, I was talking to someone about it yesterday. We've had probably 5 elite recruiters on my staff, and the group that we recruited my first year, which was about a month. I took the job a week or right after the January 1st when I was at Notre Dame. We won the Orange Bowl, and I came up here the next day, put a staff together. We had about a month to recruit. That group took us to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, Coach, like you said, it's all about recruiting, right? So, I mean, that's what the bond between me and you and some of the Coach Mack and everybody that you assembled there at Wisconsin were great human beings and great recruiters. And the parents felt great, having
leaving their kids with Coach Alvarez.
And Coach Alvarez in a great environment. And that's how you start building a culture like you did so successfully there at Wisconsin. And it's just amazing. It was fun to watch the program evolve to that, Coach. It really was. It was exciting.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I remember going into your home, visiting with your parents.
Yeah, right? They loved you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick and Diane, yeah, they're listening. Yeah. He came in, and Coach Fry came in and sold us, so I said, I'm going to Iowa. I'm going to go to Iowa City.
Well, Coach Alvarez, Q has told me on several occasions that if it wasn't for you, he would not have gone to Iowa.
No, I would have gone to Michigan. Yep.
Yep.
And then what's Coach do after my freshman year? He goes to Notre Dame. He left me hanging.
Yeah, no, you did okay. You did just fine.
I know.
You did fine without. He was a great high school player. Ended up being a great college player, and I was very fortunate to get him.
Coach, what do you look for in a player as far as like when you're trying to change a culture? What are give me like three things that you really look for in a player. Obviously, talent is one of them, but what are the other characteristics that you look for?
Here's what I told my staff before we started recruiting. I said, when you go out, find somebody that's tough. They got to be tough. Find somebody that likes football, because what we're going to ask them to do, they better like football.
Yep.
And get good people. Get someone when you go into the home that they have values, and that it's a good person that everyone's going to be that you want to be associated with the program. And then lastly, someone that wants a legitimate degree.
Right.
After that, you teach them how to play and work them in. But those things right there, if you have that, then you got a chance.
We're talking with Hall of Fame coach, University of Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez. Coach Alvarez, the game has changed so much. The players. How do you feel? Like you're a little bit removed now from actually coaching, but what's the big difference between the players now and the players today that you see?
The players today are more aware, because of social media, because of the internet. They know what's going on. If in recruiting, let's just use recruiting as an example. Back in the day, we didn't have cell phones when I was recruiting at Iowa or Wisconsin, and so you go in and tell a player he's the number one quarterback on your list. I'd be in New Jersey. Then you go to Chicago the next day and tell him he's the number one quarterback on your list. Yep. And then, now you walk out, by the time you get to the car, it's out there what you said to that.
Yep, absolutely.
They're more aware today, but as far as coaching kids, it's the same thing. They want to be led. They want to know that they're given a good chance to win by the instruction and how you're pushing them and how you're coaching them.
Yeah. And Coach, I can't believe, I go down to visit Mark and the facilities and the environment that these student athletes have now is it's amazing. Absolutely amazing what they have and just kind of how they take care of everybody. And that's a big change I've seen, over the last 20 years or so, that the facilities and just how they treat their student athletes. It's nuts.
Right. And if you don't stay current with your facilities, what you do when a player comes into, when you're recruiting them, that sends a message
absolutely
that your administration's not committed.
Exactly. So 17 years old, you're trying to do that,
right?
Recruit with the mom and dad and the kid. That's an arms race, kind of,
Well, I don't go that far.
Right?
We're talking with all.
When you build facilities in athletics, you build whatever you do, it's called an arms race. When you build a new chemistry building, it's called progress.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep.
We're talking with Hall of Fame coach from University of Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez. Barry, now came out the other day that the president's okay a 12-team playoff format. I'm a traditionalist. I'm a little bit older, and I love the bowl. I love the bowl games, and I don't want to see them go by the wayside. But what do you think about the 12-team playoff format?
Yeah. Well, first of all, no one likes bowls more than me.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody been to more than I have. But I was on the first playoff committee, the selection committee. 4 was better than 2. And I just think this will help college football. We needed more access for teams and leagues to get involved in the playoff. So I think this is very good. 12, you get all your champions from the leagues in. You're going to play some games on campuses, which I think is awesome. So, and now, when you have 4, there are going to be some games played this week. Somebody's going to lose between Notre Dame and Ohio State, and you're going to say, well, they're probably out. You're eliminating people before the season even gets started,
so true.
Or playoffs. So this will keep everyone interested throughout the season. It'll be much better for college football.
Yep. Hey, Coach, what do you think about the landscape of the Big Ten? The new teams coming in, USC, UCLA. What's your thoughts on that? How it's changing?
You know what? I happen to work for the Big Ten. I'm an advisor to the commissioner for football. I think it was excellent. It was a good move.
Wow.
It's the direction I believe that college football is going. You're going to have larger leagues, probably 3 of them. They're going to, eventually they're going to run their own, have their own rules and their own administration, and then have somebody that can enforce those rules. So I think it was really good for us.
I'm surprised to hear you say that for like UCLA and USC coming into the
Big
Big Ten. I'm never going to be able to get used to that.
They did $1 billion deal.
Yeah,
$1 billion.
Right.
That's a lot of money for all these schools.
That's a lot of money, and it pays. Football pays for everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Football's 80% of the athletic department's budget. I mean, they make 80% of your budget. All the other schools, we've got 23 sports. The other sports, I tell the coaches, you better root like hell for football.
Yeah, right.
And you're going to have good budgets. If they don't have success and that stadium starts thinning out, then your budget's not going to be near as good. So root hard for football.
Yep.
We're talking with the former head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers, Hall of Fame coach, winner of 3 Big Ten championships, Barry Alvarez. Now, Barry, the big question is, how coachable was Brad Quast?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Even as a true freshman, he was a football player.
I was 18 years old.
But he wanted to play. He wanted to get on the field fast, which he did, and earned, ended up being a starter as a true freshman, which is very difficult. But he's a fast learner.
No, I know that.
And a good coach.
Coach,
you know what? He was on me, man.
Was he on you?
I needed that. Though.
He rode you hard, right?
He rode me hard. It was good. That's what
Coach,
I needed.
is there like you got to know your players? I mean, you know who to push and who not to push. You know what I mean? Like sometimes guys can go the other way, right?
Well, that's right. That's exactly right. But I had to get him ready. You're going to play in the big house. You're going to go play, in the Big Ten. You can't go at your speed. You got to go at another speed.
He said, I got to get you ready.
Coach, when you see your freshmen, your first year guys that are the first time they're starting and they go to a place like the Big House or the Horseshoe, I'm sure you see a lot of these young 18-year-old guys with their eyes wide open. Can't believe they're running into this big stadium where there's 102,000 people cheering their heads off.
Well, you got to that's a coach's job to prepare them. And yes, that initial when you go in there, but all of a sudden you're not paying attention to the crowd. You're focusing on, what your job is and those type things, and that's a coach's job. It's during the week of preparing him and then explaining the atmosphere that he's going into, and then have him confident, regardless of how many people are watching. I tell them they're cheering for you. That noise is all for you, and then you just play how you were prepared this week.
Coach called me in his office. He goes, "Okay, you're going to start now. You're starting." And I'm scared. I'm like, okay. And then he just said, "Relax, take a deep breath."
Yeah, because it's got to be pretty intimidating, right, Q?
Intimidating.
You go into these places.
18 years old, yeah.
Right?
It was a big step.
Coach Alvarez, let me ask you this question: So when you coached at Notre Dame, you were at Iowa, but with the linebackers before that. But what one coach inspired you, or did you learn the most from? Like that you took. You take things from people as you go, but what's the one coach that you learned the most from?
You know what? I had three great mentors, three Hall of Fame coaches. I played for Bob Devaney. I got my fundamentals and my basic beliefs from him. I really admired him. I patterned my entire career after his. And Hayden Fry was very good. I learned a lot, especially the day-to-day operations of football program. That's what I like from Hayden. I didn't particularly agree with his football philosophy, so to speak. Hayden would never let starters go against one another in practice. He always set things up so the offense would have success and build confidence. And that was just what he believed in. And it worked for him. And then Lou Holtz was opposite of him. And I probably learned more and got more of my game day philosophy from Lou. I learned a great deal from Lou. He gave me a lot of responsibility and turned the defense over to me. And I really gained a lot from him. But I got something from each of those guys. And I can't say this one gave me more than the other, but all three helped build what I believed in. I took what I believed in, what was me, and built it into my total philosophy. But it was a piece of each of them.
Well, Coach Alvarez,
did a heck of a job.
Yeah,
Coach.
I tell you what, you did a great job. It was great. I remember watching you in Wisconsin on TV for many years, and with the landscape of football, college football changing, we really appreciate you taking time to come on the show and talk a little football with us, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach. Say hello to Cindy and the family for me, Coach.
Okay, thanks, Brett. Cindy's sitting right here.
All right. Tell her I said hello. All right. See you guys.
There he is, Coach Barry Alvarez from Wisconsin on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. Q, that had to bring back some good memories.
Oh, he's the best.
I see you getting all pumped up.
No, he's a good
there.
man. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay's award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. They got lots of new renovations. They got that new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with fire pits. They got a great new sound system, and they're working on the big outside deck with a view of the 18th green for entertainment and weddings. Yes, they do weddings with that award-winning culinary and banquet staff. They customize your menus, and it seats up to 275 people. So book now for 2023. And there are social memberships are starting at $25 a month. So get down to greatbay.com. Go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, when you get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for us, Ryan Owen. They do a great job down there. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know there's worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming, and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road, or if you're away in Florida, now is the time to call My Winter Watchdog. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears for their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869, or send Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, and Josh Henning on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
ESPN Radio presents Labor Day, Major League Baseball.
Judge swinging way out of here.
Aaron Judge and the Yankees face the Minnesota Twins. Labor Day. Coverage of the Yankees and Twins begins at 12:30 Eastern.
Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN. South Jersey's home of the MLB playoffs and the World Series.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Summers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous tiki bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Summers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both the Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. An oil change with quality oil like Castrol Edge Full Synthetic can help your engine get more out of every tank. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life oil filter for only $37.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Look, folks, I gotta be honest with you. Everything's up. Food prices, gas prices, pencil prices. I love pencils.
Everything is not up. You're forgetting about Springfield Mitsubishi in Atlantic City.
You mean they're not jacking up prices, Jack, like everywhere else?
Correct. And every vehicle is still $1 down.
$1? You gotta be kidding me. That reminds me when I was a kid, my dad said, Joey, here's a dime. Go buy a house. But what about credit for millions of Americans?
Go to Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. If you bring home $350 a week, you can get up to $25,000 in credit.
$25,000 with only $1 down.
Get new Outlanders with 3rd row seating in stock now.
Look, here's a deal. Just get down to Springfield, man.
Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
My first annual salary was a dime. That's the real deal.
New 22 Mirage 18.4 dive down, $269 a month for 72 months at 3% APR plus tax title to qualify buyers.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast. Hey, let's get out to let's see what Pete Thompson doing.
PT in the
down
house.
there at the Burke Auto Group down there at Cape May Courthouse.
There he is.
What's up, PT?
Guys, how you doing? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Right? Is everything good?
Yeah, there we go. Very faintly, but we got you.
As long as you can see me, there's the Francie Burke, the Queen Domo of the 8th annual Car, Truck, and Cycle Show.
Nice.
I've only fallen once, by the way. That's an annual tradition here at the car show. As we are in our haste to set up the tent and get everything ready, for whatever reason, I'm like Humpty Dumpty. I always like, so I've only fallen once. But no, we're really having a great time down here. It's the Car, Truck, and Cycle Show, free admission, right? Beautiful weather, 519 Stone Harbor Boulevard. And you know this is Burke VW, but it's Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac as well. And that's what's cool. Like, I'm sitting here looking at 2 Camaro SSs. There's a Mercedes. There's a GTO. If you're going back to Brad's time and you want to jump in the microbus, like, out of, what was that, Field of Dreams, right? That red microbus. There's there's microbus row, okay? I am literally right next to a 1933 Ford 3-door coupe, a Model 40 that's canary yellow. And then down the street a little bit, if you will, or 5 parking spots away, Greg is with us and has a 1970 Mustang Mach 1. How's that feel to you, Quasta?
Wow.
Mach 1, right? But Francie's here. She's like sort of got her clipboard, lending moral support. She's like, Pete, you didn't tell me you were going to put me on. Yeah, you're on, Francie. Come down and see us. This goes until 2, and it's awesome. Plus, we have Alan Jackson tickets that we're giving away.
Okay.
So come down and see us. And in the next, when we talk to you about a half hour, Doug Burke is going to join us. That's Francie's designated person to talk, and also her son. He's going to join us and tell us more about the event. But hey, that Barry Alvarez thing was outstanding. I wonder what kind of car Barry Alvarez drives.
Whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants, yeah. All right, PT. We'll check in with you in about a half hour.
See you, PT.
We'll see you in about 30 minutes. You're the best.
All right, there he is.
Yeah,
Pete
there's
Thompson
Pete
down
in
there
the
at
house.
Burke Auto Group down at Cape May Courthouse. All right, Q, man. The Philadelphia Eagles, we're going to be broadcasting live from
wait.
yesterday's. Everybody's got to come down.
They got to come down.
They
We gotta
got
get
drink
our
specials.
Yeah,
They
drink
got Chuck Thompson sent me the menu, outstanding menu
Well,
that
that's
they
important.
changed it up for
Okay.
the Eagles pregame
Nice.
show for us
I'm
being
looking
down
forward
there.
to that.
So we're going to have a lot of fun, but more importantly, Eagles football, man.
I know.
So I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay, put me on the spot.
The Cowboys won the division at 12-5 last
Yep.
year. Eagles were 10-9 or 10-7. I mean, excuse me. But they got waxed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What was it 31-3 or something?
Yes.
They got
You're
smoked.
going to ask me what.
So
my-
I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Give me your first. I want your prediction on the year. What do you think the Eagles are going to do?
10-6.
10-6.
Yes.
No, it's 17 games. 10-7. It's a
Well,
17 game.
So,
No, I'm
11-6.
That's what I'm doing.
11
I'm taking 11-6, and I guess what?
I went through. You split the home way.
Yeah.
So okay.
I
They got to stay healthy.
That's the key to everything,
Yeah.
staying healthy. But I think the Eagles can go 11-6, and it wouldn't shock me if they go 12-5 this year.
That'd be a shock. That
I
would
mean,
be a
I'm
shock.
looking the Giants. And by the way, Daniel Jones, they
I
didn't pick up his, or he's this is his last year.
Last year's rookie deal. Yeah, they didn't pick it up. Well, I wouldn't. Would
They
you
didn't pick
his
up his?
contract?
They declined his 5th-year option.
Yeah, that's
So
smart.
if you're the quarterback, you got to do one of two things. If you're Daniel Jones and the Giants, and there's no love lost for the Giants. I don't care.
So
about
if
the
you
Giants.
know going into the season,
But
they're
if
not
you
picking
know
up,
that you're like a lame duck,
you're a lame duck.
they declined your option. So as an athlete, as a competitor,
Yes.
you're going to say, I'll show them.
Yeah,
And then have the best season
that
you could
season,
possibly have, and
go
then screw
market-
you.
screw you, and go to a team in your conference and come back and bite them in the butt. That's what you do.
But does Daniel Jones have that ability?
No, he doesn't.
I don't think he does.
doesn't have that.
I was shocked when they picked him, when they drafted him anyway.
I was as well. So
Well, you know why they did.
Well, the
his
general
his
manager.
coach.
The GM said that he saw him at senior day, at the Senior Bowl.
He went to Duke.
Yeah,
He saw him at
smart
the
guy.
Senior Bowl, and he said he fell in love with him. The GM admitted that I was in love. He said that's why they draft.
Use that vernacular. I was in love.
I'm in love.
I think the Giants, I'm not worried about the New York Giants, although they did improve themselves with their Evan Neal, that big right tackle they got in the seventh overall draft pick. That's going to improve. Look, these games are one up front, Q.
They're going to be better. I mean, but I don't.
No,
Saquon
Barkley's been he's been banging. He's always getting hurt.
He's getting hurt, but he's a player though. He's legit, but he's got to stay healthy.
All right. We're going to get into more Eagles talk, but I'm so pumped about yesterday's. We're going to be down there next Sunday between 10 a.m. and 12 noon.
It'll be fun.
And then we're going to stay there and watch the game.
We'll stay there all. Yeah.
We're going to be giving out a lot of stuff. I have.
What
the first
giveaways
week,
you have?
we got stuff to give away. This week we're going to give away stickers. And of course, Miller Lite's going to be down there.
All right.
Drink specials. Yesterday's Creekside Tavern in Marmora. All right. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay's award-winning private golf club, where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You need to get down there because they have a lot of new renovations going on with that new patio out overlooking the first tee with fire pits, especially in the month of September and October. That's where you want to sit.
That's
right?
exactly.
Relax. They have that new big outside deck that they're working on will be complete soon, overlooking the 18th green for weddings, entertainment. They've got the newly renovated pro shop with new apparel lines from Fairway and Green, Stitch, Johnny O, and Doc Murphy. Completely renovated park room for dining. Of course, they do weddings. This is where they excel, doing weddings, okay? They have award-winning culinary banquet staff, customized menus. They seat up to 275 people, booked now for 2023. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And Radio Ron Ralston makes it that way. All right, friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations. I invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli mid-size sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the main line, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, 97.3 ESPN.
The best way to wake up is with Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee. Those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning. Those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, I'm Aaron Beta, inviting you to visit my Golf and Sport Performance Club in Summers Point. No matter what the sport, we'll design a program to help you feel and play your best. Our Golf Performance Zone features 2 state-of-the-art golf simulators featuring TrackMan and Foresight technology. Enjoy massage therapy, assisted stretching, and sport-specific training.
That's Aaron Beta's Golf and Sports Performance Club. Call 609-788-4661 or visit gsfitness.com for your free assessment.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. Four local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there. You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Red's. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or Red'sJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
Don't miss the Atlantic City In-Water Boat Show. 4 days only, September 8th to the 11th at the Golden Nugget Marina. Free self-parking, live entertainment, kids under 12 free. Buy advanced discount tickets at acinwaterboatshow.com.
The Labor Day event from Dell Technologies is here. End the summer strong by starting up a new season of productivity. Your business upgrade begins with up to 48% off top-rated laptops, like Vostro, taking performance to the next level with 12th Gen Intel Core processors. It's time to push your growing business even further. What's next for you? Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Flounder season is gearing up, and the one stop for everything you need is the bait and tackle shop at Utch's Marina in historic Cape May. Come to Utch's for a huge selection of spinning and conventional rods and combos for the boat or the surf, with top name brands available like Penn, Tsunami, Ocean Max, Shimano, and more. Utch's Marina, your home away from home at the foot of the bridge in Cape May. Stop by any day or visit CapeMayHarbor.com.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here in The Locker Room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Josh Henning, talking about the NFC East. Of course, we're going to be down at yesterday's for the kickoff of the 2022 season, too, man.
That's going to be exciting. Can't wait.
I want everybody down there at yesterday's.
We better have a big crowd.
And of course, you know, when we open up the show next Sunday, we're going to be Eagles Fly Song. We're going to be everybody. The whole place.
I hope so.
No.
Good.
Hey, I'm a season ticket holder, man. I'm not going to be able to go
really
this year because I'm going to be
that.
at yesterday's. But I go to the games and listen. One of the greatest moments ever was when the Eagles beat the Falcons to go to the Super Bowl, and it was snowing. I think it was New Year's Eve it was New Year's Eve, and it was freezing cold. But when they won,
it's exciting
to know that we're going to the Super Bowl was such a great feeling. For and Josh, you remember all the phone calls we got from people talking about. I can't believe how many family members. This is for my dad. This is for my mom.
Yeah.
And people crying on the phone. I mean, it was really an emotional time.
The whole city was behind it.
Right?
Yeah, it was great.
Billy was in his element. It was emotional.
It was fun.
It was very
It was
emotional.
fun. Very fun time.
And we're emotional
Fun time
now.
to be a Phillies fan.
So I asked you earlier about the quarterbacks to rank them, and we looked at it, obviously. Now the running backs. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys, of course, they got Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. That's a good 1-2 punch. The Washington Redskins, they're struggling a little bit with their defensive or their offensive running back. They get Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKenzie, but
here's with running backs. Either you have that elite running back, or just get a serviceable running back that can block.
Well, it's a passing league now, right?
Exactly. So he got to catch the ball out of the backfield and block.
So if you look at right, and you got to block.
You got to block.
But I think we go back to this on paper thing, Q.
I know that.
I mean, on paper, like you said 10-7. I have them going 11. I have them going 11 and 6.
Okay.
All right. I'm going 11 and 6, and I think 11-6, 12-5 should be good enough to win that division.
On paper expectations, if you just match up, your guy with Johnny against Johnny, we match up better in our conference. Yes, I agree with that.
But then it comes down to the heart and the coaching
and breaks and injuries and so on and so forth. Yep.
The Philadelphia Eagles defense is greatly improved. And I would I've been very hard. I've been very critical of Howie Roseman. But I got to say, Q, Howie Roseman has done a really good job of filling holes. I mean, he
really has. I mean, I wasn't a big fan. Yeah, he really has. And plus, the last three drafts have been really outstanding for the Eagles. And they're filling holes, and they're finally getting guys to play the schemes that they want to play, offensively and defensively.
And they traded much maligned Jalen Reagor, who, he would never be able to live up to the expectations of being a number 1 draft pick, but he righted the ship. Instead of continue to go down this path of trying to prove to everybody that Jalen Reagor was the guy.
Well, they want to get rid of his cap. I mean,
he wasn't producing. Justin Jefferson they could have had Justin Jefferson. He went to Minnesota, right? 1 pick before, Josh, was it, or 2 picks before? If memory serves me correct. But the point is, he was never going to live up to that.
No, they knew that from after the second year.
But he went and, he couldn't do anything. Couldn't return punts. He fumbled. He doesn't play on. He didn't do anything. He catch the ball, drop balls.
If I could just ask a question to Brad here for a moment, because and Billy, I don't want you to answer this because I don't want you to color Brad's answer at all. So, Brad, it's been asserted by some people that Jalen Reagor mentally was not right for Philadelphia because of the fact that coming into his rookie year, he had no offseason, no OTAs, no rookie camp. He came in cold, and didn't seem like he was ready. The next year, his friend dies in the offseason. He comes in out of shape. People have suggested that he just wasn't mentally right for Philadelphia. Is that the case, or was he maybe just not mentally ready for the NFL?
Combination of both. I think personally, mentally, he wasn't surrounding himself with people that had his best interest in mind, and he wasn't a professional. You got to come into camp in shape.
His dad was a professional. His dad played football.
But something happened because he wasn't physically ready, and then mentally got him. And then I think he's the type of kid that didn't like. He wanted to have more success, and he wasn't getting it right away, and I think that affected him. So the best thing to do is get rid of him.
Well, changing the environment,
environment
that you're in.
Changes environment.
Goes on the field, knows he's going to get booed. The first thing he does wrong, so he's looking over his shoulder, basically.
And you have to be thick skinned to play.
But look at Howie Roseman. He corrected a mistake that he made. And moved him on in 2 years from his pick. That's pretty good.
That takes
ballsy,
a big
right?
right. It takes a big GM.
Usually GMs are stubborn, right?
He's admitting his
his
mistake is wrong, and we're just trying to get rid of him. So
I
think there's more to it. There must be some in the locker room, but for him to make that move, that drastic move, I give him a lot of credit for doing that.
But is he able to make that move, guys, because he acquired AJ Brown, because he got Devonta Smith
absolutely.
Because he signed Zach Pascal? Isn't part of the thing that
this was in the workings?
It
was in the workings,
right?
Yeah.
And that's why I want to say, Josh, you know how critical I've been about. Remember, I think it was about 4 right after 2 years after the Super Bowl. I was really down on.
So let's quantify it because I don't want people to take you out of context because I've been with you for a while. In 2020, it was very frustrating.
Right, and I was
and for you took the position of you blamed Howie because of the roster construction.
Right,
you didn't blame some of the other people. The other people blamed. For me, I was blaming Wentz, for example, for part of the issues, but you felt very strongly that Howie did not put the best roster on the field.
Well, but he obviously started taking advice from his underlings because the general manager can't do it all. He's got to rely on the people that
but you need
scouts and stuff.
You rely on the scouts, but then you what kind of team am I running, put on the field, offensive and defensively, and then I got to draft accordingly to that skill set level.
Oh, then you listen to the coaches, what the coaches want.
You have to listen to the coaches, what they want.
But that's part of the problem really quick. See, that's part of the conversation that certain people don't want to have. And I'm not going to name names, but, there are certain people in Philadelphia who just vomit on the microphone every day. And here's the problem. Doug Peterson and his coaching staff wanted Jalen Reagor.
Right.
They wanted Jalen Hurts. Now, what do you do with that? Do you tell the coach, shut up and get out of the room? Or do you take the guy that they like? It's a catch-22.
Depends how much street cred you have as a coach. There's very few coaches that override the gym. You have to work collaborative and
Josh,
together.
are you 100% sure that Doug Peterson wanted Jalen Reagor?
The reporting is that the scouts wanted Jefferson.
Right. I did hear that.
The people in the
But I've never heard it was Doug Peterson's.
But that the Eagles coaching staff wanted Reagor because they thought Reagor could be the next Deshaun Jackson. That's what they thought he had that skill set, which he showed you at TCU.
Yes, right. Yeah.
But the problem is again, this is where really when the rubber meets the road. Brad, you know this better than any of us do. How the coach uses you matter. If you want a guy to be at Deshaun Jackson or Percy Harvin, you got to use him that way.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't, you don't know when you draft him what kind of character he has. You know a little bit of the work ethic.
Well, they do that. They do that internal.
But they do. But
right?
once you become a pro, you never know what happens with these guys.
But that's the other part of it.
You don't know.
That whole offseason with the COVID lockdowns,
Yeah,
and
it
you
was
couldn't
tough.
do the combine, and you couldn't.
He needs a new seat,
Well,
you know.
I'm here to tell you that I am on board with Howie Roseman. I think he's doing an excellent job, and I, I've been criticized for being critical of him, but I want to make sure that full disclosure that I'm giving him the credit.
Yeah, you are giving him credit, yeah.
right?
Because
I think this roster is unbelievable. I think
he
on
did a nice job with the
paper,
roster.
yes,
he did. He's given all the weapons on both sides. Well, he's given all the tools to all the coaches.
Right.
What they want for him.
That's all you can ask.
All you can
right?
ask as a GM.
All right. Second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. For more information on how to become a member, book a wedding, all right, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. All right, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Or were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia, South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. Of course, I saw Ken on Tuesday at the Jersey Man at the Live, and Mike Mamula was there. Dave Klemick was there, and I saw our good friend Jim Zero stand there. So a great place to network. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
College football on ESPN Radio.
You and we are built for this. Georgia has won the national championship.
Defending national champion Georgia jumps right into the fire in a Week 1 showdown against Bo Nix and their Oregon Ducks. Coverage begins today at 3:30 Eastern.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's football station.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hey, I'm Pete Thompson.
And I'm Billy Schwein.
Now listen, Billy, I know you're an Ocean City guy, but that's a dry town, right? Where are you going to go if you want to wet your whistle?
Pete, I've been going to Maynard's Cafe in Margate since Ronald Reagan first got into the White House.
You know what, Billy? I've been a fan of Maynard's a long time, too. Open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even late night.
And Pete, did you know they now have Sunday brunch? Maynard's Cafe, 9306 Amherst Avenue in Margate. Stop in for good times, great friends. They now have live music at the world-famous Starlight Garden.
Find them on the web at maynards-cafe.com or give them a call at 609-822-8423.
That's Maynard's Cafe in Margate, 9306 Amherst Avenue. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Hey, Dan Grimaldi, Patsy Parisi from The Sopranos. If you have an insurance claim, call the insurance doctor. I did, and he rescued me from a disaster. Got me more money than I ever expected. So when you get an insurance claim, you call the insurance doctor. 856-874-8377 or insurancedoctorllc.com. If you don't, this will be the last face you see. And it won't be cinematic. Call the insurance doctor.
TrackPhone wants to know, are you an influencer, a big live streamer? No? Then guess what? You don't need an endless data plan. Get just the right amount of data with TrackPhone's $40 unlimited talk and text smartphone plan. Now with 8 gigs of high-speed data and unlimited carryover on America's largest, most dependable network, now with 5G. Get the data you need at the price you want. TrackPhone Wireless. Now you're in control. Available at major retailers. 5G compatible device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at trackphone.com.
Alert! We're under construction at Sport Hyundai in Egg Harbor. It's time to make room for our new and improved facility. And you're the big winner. We're clearing out inventory with our incredible construction reduction sale. New Santa Fe's, Tucson's, and more in stock and priced to move today with Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty, including the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Use our main entrance on Black Horse Pike. Construction reduction deals are once in a lifetime, and this inventory won't last. See for yourself in person or at sporthyundai.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
We're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast. Let's go to see Pete Thompson. He's down at the Burke Auto Group in Cape May County. What's up, PT?
Neither me or Pete were ready, Bill. You went so fast.
Well, we got
to it.
We got only a few minutes left here.
Billy Baruch, can you hear me, Billy? Can you hear me?
There we go.
Am
Hello,
I
PT.
Pete, you can blame me for that. I wasn't ready for Billy to go to you.
Do you see the gentleman I'm sitting next to with the Joe Cool shades? That is Doug Burke.
Hello, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
How are you?
Can you hear him?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
I got it.
All right, good. Doug and I are here at the 8th annual Car, Truck, and Cycle Show, and I'm telling you what, Chamber of Commerce weather down here, okay? Get off the beach and get down here and see us. Doug, can you just tell us about this show a little bit?
Yeah, happy Labor Day, everyone. This is our 8th annual Car and Cycle Show. We have well over 200 cars today, a bunch of motorcycles, had a Volkswagen parade come in, a motorcycle parade, you name it. So we have food trucks, we got Sturdy Savings Bank out here helping us promote this event, all for charity. So this year we're benefiting our Coast Guard Foundation. We have a Coast Guard boat here as well. So just a great day, a lot of people out, and all for a good cause.
And Billy and Brad, if I turn the table around, you'd see some lovely gals that are feverishly filling out all the information to win a free pair of Alan Jackson tickets. We're giving away Alan Jackson tickets while we're here. Plus, like Doug said, it's all for a great charity and a great family event. And I heard you say Sturdy Savings Bank. Billy, I know you love the jingles. Sturdy Savings Bank, banking with a personal touch. You know, Burke had this one for years. Burke Motor Group. You know, I could sing them all. Doug and I are going to do duets when we're gone.
You know,
whatever you need, buddy.
And there's a lot of people down there. It's a beautiful day, and it's for a great cause, PT. Nice seeing you, Doug, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I'll have to stop there. I'm going to have to stop down there.
Billy, free hot dogs. I mean, come on.
Oh, boy. Okay. I'm down there.
Free hot dogs, free Ritas, you know, live music. Forget about it. There's nowhere you'd rather be. Exit 10, really easy to get to, right off the Parkway. And I thought the traffic would be bad. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It was no problem getting down here.
Hey, well, you'll be down there till 2, right, Pete?
That's correct.
All right, Pete Thompson, Doug down there at the Burke Auto Group in Cape May County. Cape May Courthouse, I'm sorry. We'll see you next time.
Well, technically
Pete.
is Cape May County, yeah. 519 Stone Harbor Boulevard. All right, boys, bring it on home.
See you guys. All right, see you guys. So there they are, Dan. They're having a lot of fun.
Auto shows are going that's fun.
What's the one thing? You got a few minutes left, Q. What's the one thing that you're looking for in game one for the Eagles? Where's your focus? I know you played linebacker.
Yeah, so no, game one is I want to see how offensively, how their line and the running game,
how they gel.
How they gel in their running game. I want to make sure the running game's there because if you have a good running game, it opens up.
Remember, they came out last year against Atlanta, game one, a gangbuster. I mean, they look great.
Yeah,
and then
I think we're going to see that again this year with them.
Yeah, I think.
That, yeah, and I want to see their defense.
Are
too.
you sold on Nick Sirianni, Steichen, and crew?
Jury's still out.
Your jury's still out.
Jury's still out.
Really?
Yeah, still out. Yeah.
I think Sirianni surprised me a little bit. I mean, he brought his team. Let's face it, he got the team to the playoffs in his first year.
Yeah, true, but a lot of different. I need one more year with him.
One more year.
One more year.
I really believe this team goes 11-6 or 12-5. Q. I'm telling you.
All right.
I'm a believer in this team.
You are,
and it started. Before the draft, Howie Roseman making all the right decisions.
They made nice moves in free agency, and they had a really nice draft. I
By
agree.
the way, I love when undrafted free agents
makes team. Yeah,
Reed Blankenship, Josh Sills. These guys are they inspire people.
Yeah, the excitement.
Right?
The excitement when the rookies go to when the rookies go to on Tuesday they had the cut down and they go there and the Grim Reaper's not there. Coach wants to see you bring your laptop. And the joy.
So let me ask you a question real quick, Q. When it was cut day,
yeah,
they come up to you and say, "Let me see your playbook." Right?
Yeah,
bring your playbook.
So and back then we were in the dorms, and you had different levels of the dorm. So you had a veteran dorm, and you can hear at 6:15 in the morning the Grim Reaper would walk down the hall, and you'd hear in front, and then you go, "Oh, gee, we made it. We made it."
Well, because they passed your door.
Yeah, they passed your door. That's fine. Yeah. But back then we had there was 4 cuts, 3 cuts maybe?
Yeah, because they used to cut in week after week.
Now it's 85 to 53.
So the Grim, that's what you call it, the Grim Reaper,
yeah,
right?
and everybody, it's usually a weight
You
cut.
never, you made it past the cuts.
Yeah, I made it past the cuts, and then one time I did.
You kept getting hurt.
And then they bring you back. So,
all right, great show today, Q.
Great show as always.
Hey, I want to thank Barry. Great get, Barry Alvarez.
Barry,
good hearing for Barry.
Yeah, it was good.
Real, definitely a Hall of Fame coach.
Hall of Fame
person.
Just a quality person and a good family.
Of course, we love the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, checking in from Las Vegas with his locks.
Locks.
Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll be back at it tomorrow. We got Tommy Green. Hopefully the Phillies will get a win tonight. Tommy Green, and we'll be talking with Diane McGraw.
Nice.
That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN. Have a great Saturday
Have a great
night,
day. Have a great holiday.
Let's go, Birds.
Look, folks, I got to be honest with you. Everything's up. Food prices,